guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go over an email that was sent from a subscriber. It's from a guy, he's 25 years old, and he's going to share his story, how he learned the hard way why you never take advice from women about other women, in particular, single MOMs. You're going to see in this story, guys, like sadly so many guys out there, he was raised by a single MOM. The dad was hardly in the picture, and she essentially raised him to be the typical nice guy. The typical blue-pilled guy, Disney prince as he calls it, and to treat the women like pretty much the way they do in the movies and all that, and that has led to him just never-ending heartache and problems throughout his life. And finally, after a lot of bad experiences, and in particular this one in the story, he's finally seen the light. He now knows how things really are, and he's moving forward in life. And he's been watching this channel, and it sounds like other channels, and he's sharing a story here about an experience he had with a woman who completely took advantage of him, his kindness, all that, and how he learned the hard way. So this way he can help somebody else out there not to make the same mistakes. Now, real quick, I got to do a real refresher here because I get new people all the time. Why is it that I say you never take advice from women about women? Why is that? It's because most women don't have a clue what they respond to emotionally, okay? They don't get what draws them into the bad boys. Now some might. Some may have some element of getting it, but most don't. How many of you guys have heard women say that they want a nice guy, right? And yet they never date those guys. They claim they want the guy that does all those nice guy things, and when guys like that do that, they break up with them, and they go out with the guys that do the exact opposite. So why would you take advice from someone who says do this, but their actions say something else? Or a lot of them simply just, they obviously are on team girls. So they want to make their guy, their son, be the type of guy that was nice to the girls. They wouldn't do all these bad boy types of things, these awful bad boy types of things. So they're going to be on the girl side in the situation. And there's many other things in there. Now with the single MOMs, and yes, I got to spell that out because YouTube doesn't like it when I say the real thing very often. They were probably the types that dated the bad boys too, and were obviously hurt, maybe cheated on, emotions toyed with and all that. And they don't want their son to be like that, so they raise him to be that way, the nice guy. The problem is then that their son is then hurt and jerked around and taken advantage of by girls later on in life. This is why boys need a masculine role model to help them, to guide them. And when I say masculine, I mean masculine, not a guy that's just your typical nice guy raising a future nice guy, someone that gets it. And a lot of these poor young guys don't have this example. They don't have even with an uncle or grandfather. And these same boys are raised by the single MOMs to be the nice guys, and they also see this in TVs and movies, the portrayal how guys should be, and they start acting that way. And they eventually learn the hard way. But this guy here, same situation, but he does come out on top. So there's my little thing. I do this refresher from time to time because I got a lot of new guys all the time, and sometimes they don't know why I say what I say. So that being said, he says here, hello SSM. I want to start off by saying I just recently found your channel and I'm blown away with your content. I listen to it on my way to and from work, while I'm at work, and when I'm just relaxing at home. Safe to say I've learned a thing or two about the real world. It's also safe to say I'll be getting multiple smacks in this story, but I hope it helps some other poor bastard out there. Yes, you'll be getting smacks, and yes, you will help some other poor bastard out there. So thank you for sending me your story, bro. I was raised by a single MOM, and my dad was never really in the picture, so I never learned about the true ways of female nature, just like many others have said on your channel before. I was raised to be as blue-pilled man, striving to be a Disney prince for the ladies out there. It's funny, but it's like these moms raised their sons to be the type of guy that they themselves, when they were younger, would never give them the time of day. Isn't that interesting? I got a friend, I've known her for a long time, and she has a 2-year-old son. And the dude she's with is a very masculine guy, old school guy. And I say all the time, thank the Lord that she's with him. Because if it was just her raising that kid, oh my God, that kid would be a complete and total, it would be just like this story. I kid you not, because she had a lot of doesn't like the bad boys, and yet somehow she always dated them. And thank God she has this masculine guy that will help raise that kid. Thank the Lord that his father is an old school guy. Anyway, he says here, boy, was I wrong. I'm currently 25 years old, and I've had many relationships where each one of them ended in similar ways. Shocker. In every one of them, I treated the girl like she was special. I would never put my needs before their needs because my mom always said, now listen to this, he's quoting his mom, that strong men should love their woman before themselves. Smack. Look at all, he mentioned here, all his relationships ended badly. You'd think after a while you notice a pattern. This doesn't work. Okay? You put yourself first, guys. You are the top priority, not the girl. She's the bottom of the list. Now, if you got a girlfriend that's good to you, she's kind, she's supportive, she's fun, she's loyal, she keeps herself looking good, the sex is good, all these positive things, of course then you treat her well and reward her. But a lot of these guys will reward girls for treating them like crap. It's amazing. Or they make them the center of the universe. The sun rises and sets with these girls. They don't respect guys that do that. And they chase after the guys that do the exact opposite. Thanks a lot, Mom. Huh? He says, but in the end, all these relationships, they left me for Chad or Tyrone. And those relationships with those men always fell apart within weeks of it starting. That's what happens with Chad and Tyrone. After they fell apart, the girl would come back to me. I've only ever given a girl a second chance to this one girl, and that's who this story is about. Don't ever give them a second chance when they've shown you their true colors. Absolutely. Somebody shows you their absolute true colors, and they're always ugly true colors. Never give them a second chance. They'll just, number one, they won't respect you for taking them back after they treat you badly, in some cases horribly, but also they're not going to change. Guaranteed. And they'll just do it again. We'll call this girl Anna. I met Anna online during the summer of 2021, and I was hesitant to meet her in person because she lived a bit further than I liked, but after weeks of her asking me when we'd meet up, I decided to go through with it. Well, if you live far apart, farther than what you're used to, why can't she get off her ass and come see you? Instead of you always going to see her, and that's what we're going to have here. Nice guy pleasers do that. The first date went pretty well. We went longboarding at a park in her city and ended up with a kiss. She told me she was into me and was excited to hang out again. A bit of a pretext, this girl is a Class A narcissist with borderline personality disorder, and she wasn't scared to admit it. It was the first red flag, and I was overly confident in thinking that I could help her with her issues. Smack. Back to that nice guy Disney prince bullshit that your mom put in your head. Bro, before this, you had plenty of relationships where you did the same thing. And yet, here you are again, doing the same thing. You're going to save her. You're going to help her. You're going to fix her. Guys, it is not your job to fix these damaged chicks, okay? And right there, she even admits, I got this borderline personality disorder, which I call borderline bitch disorder. And you're going to have to endure that because it's the nice thing to do. They're going to make your life a living hell. Why do that? I don't care how good looking she is. Over the next few weeks, we would go on dates together. I'd usually cover the bill, but she would pay on occasion. Smack. Why can't she pay? This is the era of women can do anything a man can do more, an era of inequality, so she can pay half the time or something. Not occasionally. More nice guy pleaser shit. And by the way, she is picking up on all this. She's picking up on, well, he'll come far to see me. Check. He'll pay most of the time. Check. What else can I get this guy to do? As the relationship progressed, she became more distant, but would insist on me paying for more and more things on what we did together. It wasn't until we were hanging out one day with some of her friends, when one of them joked about me paying for them to go to an indoor skydiving activity, that I realized something was weird about all of it. Well, at least she started to realize. By the way, notice he said that she was backing away, being more distant, but still wanted me to pay for more things. You don't reward that type of thing. But she obviously knows she has this guy's number. Knows that he obviously, typical nice guy, pleaser type, hero, that whatever you want to call it. So of course she can treat him worse, and he'll keep giving. It started to become clear that she was using me for my money. I was paying for a lot more than I should have, but that was because of the way my mom raised me. I believe that was the way it should be. Well, you have to keep going through enough crap to realize it's not how it works. Later that night, after she went to bed, she left her phone on the couch and a notification popped up from a guy she previously told me she used to talk to. We'll call him Max. Max came up previously in conversations, but she assured me that there was nothing between them other than friendship. Yeah, bullshit. Guys, when a woman starts regularly talking about some other dude, something's going on. Either they're physically got something going on, or she obviously likes him. And how do I know? If you don't believe me on this subject, here's a test. If you have a girlfriend or wife or fiance, start talking about some woman all of a sudden. See how she reacts. Because she knows in her mind, when girls talk about other dudes, it's usually because they're into them, or they're showing the guy that, hey, this is your replacement if you don't stop screwing up, or whatever in her mind is screwing up. There's a reason she brings it up, and so she interprets a guy bringing it up, even if he's talking about his coworker and there's nothing going on and he's not interested in her, she'll see that as a threat. So when she's bringing up some dude, believe me, there's something going on. Do not buy this. And by the way, why are you still with her? Obviously, if her actions show that she's using you. Anyway, this week, before all this was taking place, I spent Thanksgiving with my family, one state away, and those messages were between her and this guy talking about how much fun they had together the week before. At that moment, my gut was telling me to leave that apartment and never talk to her again. Well, always trust your gut, guys. Stupidly, I waited until the next day to confront her about it. She told me it was nothing and that they were hanging out just as friends. Well, if she's your girlfriend, she shouldn't be hanging out with other dudes. It's my opinion. To this day, I don't know why I believed her, and after taking the RP, I've been kicking myself over it ever since. But since you can't change the past, you better learn from it. Yeah. Of course the old you believed her, because the old you was conditioned to believe that they're all sugar and spice and everything nice. And it doesn't mean they're all bad. I make that clear. But there are a lot of bad apples out there. I started ignoring more of the red flags because of the way she made me feel. What? How'd she make you feel? Used? Unsure? Taken advantage of? She was really good at making me feel loved and cared about. What? Being a guy in today's world, it's rare to find someone that makes you feel like that so easily and simpishly. And simpishly I caved. More than narcissist in her showing. I stayed with her for a month and bought her an amazing Christmas present. Smack. He said, a box full of her favorite snacks, drinks, clothes, and her stupid magic crystals. Magic crystals. Dude, you cannot just leave us hanging with the magic crystals thing. What's this Harry Potter shit you're talking about, magic crystals? Please email me and let me know what these magic crystals are. You got a wacko girl. Anyway, but she ignored me the entire week leading up to it and the week preceding Christmas. I heard from her a total of 3 times during that period. This is how she makes you feel so amazing, what you were talking about just a moment ago. She knows she can do anything to you, say anything to you, and you're going to be around for more. Women don't respect guys like this. Women will, when they sense weakness, or if the guy's acting like a total P, they'll say and do things to see if he'll check her, call her on her crap. You obviously are not that guy. This is why nice guys finish last. At this point, her friends softened up enough to tell me the truth about her intentions with me. Here we go, guys. They told me she liked me for my money, like I was a human ATM machine. She had always liked Max and only saw me as an emotional crutch while she was pursuing Max. Shocker. This broke me to the point I hadn't experienced before. She was using me for 5 months like a reusable piece of toilet paper. They admitted to using me along with her until they saw the type of person I was, and they believed I didn't deserve the treatment that she was giving me. They ended up being really nice people that I was on decent terms with until the last few weeks. And I could post a short update about that later. There you go, bro. Whatever it was made her friends tell you the truth. Now, I'm probably guessing that she was now with that Max guy, and they told you this on purpose so that you would finally leave, and this girl, Anna, wouldn't have to have that confrontation with you. But there you go. This is where all your nice, overly nice guy behavior got you. And you can definitely blame your mom to a certain point, but you are 25, and there's a point that even if your mom raised in this way, you're a grown-ass man. And if obviously you were making these mistakes over and over again throughout your life and into your 20s as a grown-ass man, you have to take accountability for that too. I mean, your mom obviously did what she did, but it's not all on your mom. It's also on you, brother. But fortunately, I know you learned your lesson. He says here, Max and Anna are now together and are expecting a kid. He says, I dodged a bullet, and I blocked her on every social media platform. It was this girl that led me to find your content and other RP YouTubers, and my life has changed ever since. Good, bro. You finally said this shit isn't working. I'm done feeling this way. I can literally see it now, entering in the search bar on Google or YouTube. You know, why did she do this? Why did she use me? What am I doing wrong? Why do girls like bad boys? That type of stuff. And I guess somehow I popped up. So I'm glad you found me, and I'm glad I'm helping you out. He says here, my life has changed ever since. I've been practicing with different women to perfect my Chad skills during the talking stages to see what works and what doesn't. I will never get into another relationship like that again, and it's all thanks to guys like you providing the necessary information. God bless you and your community, SSM. Well, brother, I'm glad you sent your story, and I appreciate you having the balls to write me in, and obviously you getting your smacks, but, you know, better late than never, right? You're 25, you got your whole life ahead of you. I got guys writing me in that they're in their 40s and 50s and are just figuring this shit out now. And they've spent their lifetime behaving like you have just, you know, in your teens and your early 20s. So I want you to do this, bro. I want you to really just, I know you said you listen to this to and from work, at the office, at home. Keep watching these videos. And yes, I of course want you to watch my videos, but there's also other great channels out there. And every time you watch a video, think of it like this. Every single time you dedicate 15, 20 minutes to watch one of my videos or somebody else, you're a little bit wiser. So every day when you listen to one on the way to work, on the way home, you're smarter, you're more wise, you're more experienced than you were the day before. And I guarantee you do this for 6 months. My channel, other great channels out there, read some books, do some really soul searching to why you do the things that you do. Try to reprogram your brain not to act like that Disney Prince nice guy thing. You will see results. Okay, it ain't gonna change overnight. But mark my words, brother, you are gonna be in situations where there's going to be tests. You're going to have girls that are going to do some of the same things that the other ones have done to you, and you're old, that nice guy inside you that's dying to come out again and take over the operating system. You have to be careful that nice guy doesn't come out and try to sabotage things all over again. So you're going to be fighting an uphill battle against your old self. So you can be very careful. But in time, enough experience, enough learning these things and practicing it, you will change for the better, and you will then find the right balance. Because I don't want you to turn into some complete and total a-hole. You know, I don't want anybody to act like an a-hole to everybody, but when it comes to the gals, if you simply learn to do the most basic necessities of putting yourself first instead of the girl first, because the nice guys always put the girl first. Always. And themselves last. They will suffer and go through all this crap to be the gentleman and the nice guy and the Disney prince. And look where that gets them. Look where that got you. You put yourself and your needs first. And you always check them on their BS. And when there's red flags, when there's BS going on, you pay attention to that. And you don't think, I'm going to fix her. I'm going to save her. Fuck that shit, okay? You're not saving anybody. If there's anybody you're going to save yourself. End of story. You do not need to bring those problems into your life, because it will be problems in your life. Look what happened with Anna, with her borderline personality disorder. Again, it's the borderline bitch disorder. Look what you had to deal with to save her. So your mom did what she did, and I'm willing to bet you your mom just doesn't get it, you know. And I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt here. She just simply doesn't get it. So don't listen to her ever again about advice with women, dating, pickup, relationship. Don't listen to any other girls about it. Listen to experienced guys who have been around the block, have learned what you've learned, and take their advice. And you keep doing that, you're going to be fine. And meanwhile, you're 25, you get your life ahead of you. Focus on your goals, your ambitions. Try to move up. Whatever job you have, try to move up to another position. Build wealth. Live frugally. Invest your leftover money in something you're comfortable with. Go to the gym, work out, better yourself in any way you can. And the more you better yourself, man, the less susceptible you will be to putting up with crap from people. Okay? Because when people feel like crap about themselves and their lives are shit and all that, they're worn down. They're susceptible to people like this Anna character and other ones to use them. But when you're feeling good and you're on the rise, it's not going to happen. So, but good luck, man. I really appreciate it. And give me an update down the road to see how you're doing. All right, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Let this guy know what you think. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.